everybody? It is me, your boy, Bald Mario. Yeah, I'm bald. Please help me find Cappy. Anyway, today we have our boy Gravedigger. Say what's up, Gravedigger. What's up, everybody? Now I'm gonna draw on you with this pencil. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, I'm just kidding. Get that out of here. But what today is about is how to drive these things. If you all don't remember from what was it? Last year around the end of 2024, we made a video titled "How to Drive a Monster Truck." Ow, sorry. And we titled that because it was kind of, I don't know why I titled that. I think it's kind of based off on how they pull off the tricks, not how to actually drive these 12,000 pound trucks. But today's time is going to actually show you on how to drive these things. How to drive one of these beautiful 12,000 pound trucks. We have Gravedigger here with us because he's almost 44 years old, I think. Yeah, he's about almost 44 years old. Yeah. And I've been around for a great while, so I'm very happy to be here with you, Mario. It's the same here. My boy Gravedigger. Now let's go over the normal things. I'm gonna take your hood off. So underneath the Gravedigger hood is the CRD chassis. Now this is obviously not how it really looks, but this is what we call a CRD chassis. There are a couple other chassis that monster truck users use. Monster Jam is mainly CRD. CRD is the main one that the monster truck community use. CRC is, I think, different, and I think CRD is just an old version of CRD. I don't know. And then there's the other chassis called Willie, which is what Max D ran back in 2015, or I think that's what Max D was actually originally called Goldberg back in the, I think, somewhere in 1990s. I don't know, but yeah, but that's what I think Goldberg and Max D were ran on beforehand. Gravedigger, on the other hand, has always been ran on a CRD. And the CRD chassis is honestly kind of unique. So you have the exhaust pipes right here and then the motor. Don't ask me what the name of the motor is because I honestly don't know. Monster Jam doesn't give out that information. I don't know why, but please, I would like to build my own monster truck. Anyway, so Gravedigger has the same motor as most monster truck people use, or the same exhaust pipes. As you can see, these exhaust pipes make a kind of a more quieter noise than the old Gravedigger did back in, I think, from when Gravedigger first started becoming an actual monster truck. Gravedigger actually had an exhaust pipe that would poke up, not down like this. It would come up, and it would make it sound more like, kind of like louder than the modern monster truck noise that we hear today. So that is why the monster trucks sound a little quieter still these days, but it is still pretty loud inside of this small arena. So I do recommend wearing earmuffs if you go to Monster Jam. So please do, because don't go deaf. Anyway, so off with that. As y'all can see, the tires are already, can you drive forward right there? Thank you. Are already labeled the name of the tire brand, which is called BKT tires. In the show, in the Monster Jam show, the producers would always say when they save it or do a backflip, they'll say, "Land it back on all four BKT tires," because that's what the name of the tires are, and it's the official tires for Monster Jam, or just the tires that monster trucks mainly use. There's other monster truck tires out there, but there's not the same ones as BKT. BKT is a tire company that makes tires for tractors too, but tractors are more public, and these are mainly used for monster trucks only. So let's go through it. So if y'all want to know why the trucks turn super well and do all that great, jumping, it's because of this tread. This tread is super good and super grippy, where the monster trucks don't slip. When they slip, it's only because, they didn't do a right amount of speed. It's all in the matter of right here in the cab. That's where all the control and the magic happens, and how you drive the truck. these are what makes it roll like a normal tires on a normal car. But yeah, so let's go over what kind of like fuel they use. Obviously, it's racing fuel. It's not. I don't think it's VP racing fuel. I think it's just something else fuel, because they did have racing fuel's mad scientist, but they took out that truck, and I think that's the reason why they don't use VP, and there's something else they're using. I don't know. But the oil they're using, if you want to continue on with the generation, is Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil has been their main sponsor for a great while. They've had 2 trucks. Right now they have Luke Stabilizer. Before they had Lucas Oil Crusader, which was a monster truck based off of a Chevy or a Ford SUV. Just like any other truck. I think Grave Digger is based off of a Chevy Cadillac. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comment section. But honestly, it's just just how the monster truck is built and everything about it. So that's what the roll cage, the motor, and the tires do. Now let's flip this guy over. How did I do that? Anyway, back over to what I was saying is that flipping this over, there are the axles, and that's what helps the thing spin. And this is obviously just a toy, it's not real. So there will be a drive shaft in the middle, of course, and there will be yellow things protecting the drive shaft from the crazy things they do in Monster Jam. The monster truck shows that happen besides Monster Jam. So yeah, that's underneath the truck. So now let's take a look what's inside the cab. Now inside the cab is where the driver sits. And you might think, wait, is it safe to drive a monster truck? Most likely. No driver has ever died. There has been some deaths revolving around monster trucks, but nobody driving the monster truck has died. These are things. Look it up yourself. But nobody in my years of watching Monster Jam has actually died. There have been some people that have broken backs, like Dennis and I think Tom Instant back in 2024. But those were the only 2 drivers that actually broke a bones. Because Dennis broke his back right after a backflip, and that cost him his vote. I think that's why he retired back in 2017. Yeah, he retired back in 2017 with Dennis. In 2024, Tom Mintz finally retired. But he's not completely out of Monster Jam. He still works at the university, learn how to actually drive this. I'm just telling you on how they drive it. You can go to the NNOH, I think that's what it's called, website, and you can apply to the university, learn, and then you can go to the university on how to actually drive this. Anyway, so inside the truck, it's obviously the steering wheel, but in this, there's no actual controls on how to drive. There will be a bar right here next to the seat, along with some buttons. There's some switches that you flick to start the truck. By starting the truck, motor starting to go, you're ready to go. And there's also some gauges telling you how much gas there is, everything's running well, all that stuff. The speed gauge and all that stuff. But then you also got the steering wheel and the stick that comes up. That is used to turn the back wheels. The back wheels are able to right and left. If they were just to have front steering, they would not do so well. Because, the monster trucks, they are really big. They are 12,000 pounds and 6 tons. So, in that much weight and so much speed that they do in the runs, they need something else to help them turn. So what they do is that they switch a switch inside this thing, turns the tires, the back tires, in one way into another way, and it's called the rear steer. This is the rear and this is the front. So that's basically the basics of how to drive these things. Now I'm gonna get Grave Digger's show back on so he can talk again. Grave Digger? Yeah. Oh, you can still talk? Yeah. Okay, well, let's... now, this is what a monster truck looks like without an exposed roll cage. Really detailed, like Grave Digger here. all detailed. You know, Gravedigger right now is one of the most, you know, known monster trucks. Like, everyone can understand. Like, anybody that doesn't even watch Monster Jam knows who this truck is. That's how popular this thing is. This thing has been around for 40 years and it's been a monster truck for, I think, 39? I don't know. It's been a monster truck for some time, but it's also been around for for more years than that. Because if you don't watch some of, like, you know, Monster Jam history, Dennis actually started Gravedigger in a red Ford pickup truck, and then worked his way up to the silver and blue Gravedigger that we all know and love today, named Gravedigger the Legend. Now you're all wondering, where did Son of a Digger come from? Son of a Digger is just a truck based off of a Jeep. I mean, it's quite simple. They both look like Jeeps, but Gravedigger more looks like something else than a Jeep, and Son of a Digger has the front end of a Jeep. I don't know where it comes from, but it still looks like the truck that Weston drives in the mud shows that goes with his dad, Dennis Anderson, in like some of the mud shows. And King Sling is the monster truck that Dennis Anderson currently drives. It still looks similar to Gravedigger, it's just that it doesn't have the front lights. It does have lights like Gravedigger, but it doesn't have the, you know, the fenders. It only has this front end right here, and the lights just come out like here. And the back end is just a fender. It doesn't have that. So that's the King Sling look. And if y'all like today's video, get out of Gravedigger, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. And you know, the last video did super well, like 900 views on how to drive these things. These things aren't even popular anymore in schools anymore. Like, what? It's alright, whatever. Anyway, if you guys enjoy, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time for a great SMPS video. Bye-bye!